So a few months ago, the boys asked me if they could have some extra pipe that was in our garage. This is what they turned it into. What are their numbers for the total build?
Upwards of,
I'd say $2,500 total.
Okay, so explain how we started from 6 pieces of Home Depot pipe to this monster.
Well, it started before the pipe when we had a kids go-kart, and then we went through a couple motors, and then we ended up finding this R6 motor on Facebook Marketplace for a steal. And so we put it on a kids go-kart. We got it running and driving, and then we actually bent the frame.
Well, that's because it was a kid's
Yeah,
frame with a big engine.
So
You guys almost died.
right, so we had to scrap that, and then we had the pipe laying around, and then we were able to get a hold of that. Then we designed this, something like this. It was similar, and got to work and just started making it.
What's the engine?
it's 2005 Yamaha R6. It's pushing about 120 horsepower, so it's enough to get you going.
And did you guys make the whole frame?
Yeah, frame up, everything you see.
How did you design the space?
We designed it, or he designed it in CAD software.
Yeah, I kind of designed it. I got a rough idea of what I wanted it to look like. I got the rough dimensions of what it was going to be, and then we kind of just
Winged it.
Yep, winged it the rest of the way.
Like, you got nerves right now?
Oh yeah, no, it's just like my foot. I'm like, it's it's sketchy, but like it's so much fun.
He's got the shakes. You know you're having a good time when you got the shakes as soon as you finish.
That's how you know you built something cool.
Well, what do you think?
I think it's pretty insane. We're having a little bit of problems with the throttle. It keeps cutting out, so gotta troubleshoot that. But other than that, it's pretty sweet.
Still got a little bit of work to do with these pedals. It's a little janky with these springs, but it's still a work in progress. But we got obviously hydraulic brake for brakes in the back.
Most of these parts up front, we tried to keep them as basic as possible, so they're pretty much all kids go-kart parts, but they weren't. So for the steering wheel, we got this cheap old eBay steering wheel, and we need to get a new one, but works for right now. And then we bought a quick release for it, and then we had to weld a piece onto it to connect it to the shaft. So that's not anything super crazy. And then for the wiring,
Yeah, so basically everything you see in wiring is just from the stock electrical harness from the R6 engine itself. We had to extend some wire to make it fit and work, but I mean, it's pretty much R6 swapped go-kart and everything you see.
we tried to keep it as simple as possible, so everything is, it's pretty much everything's there from the original harness.
We're actually running a 1-gallon fuel cell over there. We had the on the original go-kart that this engine was on, we just ran the gas tank with the stock fuel pump in there, but we didn't really want to do that for this build, so we ended up with the fuel cell. We bought a aftermarket fuel pump.
Just heads up, startles. This helmet is soaking wet.
Pop the wheel off if you want.
For all the parts, did you create the parts, take the parts from the bike? Where did you get the brakes, the sprockets, all of that stuff?
So starting with the brakes, those are off of Yamaha R6 as well. Got those off eBay. We just got a set of two, threw 2 discs on there, and they seem to be doing pretty good. And then for all the other parts, we kind of just shopped around. It's kind of tricky to find some stuff, but
I'd say the hardest assembly to find was the axle and the sprocket, because it's a motorcycle chain, has to fit the motor. So finding a sprocket that fits the chain but also fits the axle, because that's not it's basically a kid's go-kart axle that we stole. That was probably the hardest and most expensive part of the whole build.
More expensive than the frame?
no, the frame.
Roughly the same. We got the pipe for free, so that helped.
Yeah.
Okay, Dwayne, what do you think, dude?
I'm ready for another ride.